As you can see, it's a lot quieter here today, but there are still cleanup efforts underway and a huge pile of burnt debris left over from yesterday's explosion. Today, we're learning more about those terrifying moments just after the explosion around 7 a.m. when the people who happened to be in this area essentially acted as first responders trying to help the people who were hurt.
So 7 in the morning, we were in the back dressing donuts and finishing off the morning bake. The impact of the explosion slammed our back door, and my mother and brother thought that it was maybe the garbage truck had dropped a dumpster. I haven't been in an explosion before, but I've experienced a snap earthquake, which is very similar to what I felt. And there were people running towards the building, there were people inside the building walking out, and it was just a lot of chaos in the moment. We were just trying to get paramedics down here because we knew somebody would be hurt. If it had been 45 minutes later in the day, more people would have been hurt, and it's a miracle that it wasn't. There was somebody pulled out of the blast area, and they were administering first aid to her on the sidewalk out here. And there was another city worker who was in the park behind us, and she was on the phone, but I could tell she was upset. And I said, are you okay? Are you hurt? And she said, no, I'm on the phone with my boss, but somebody was in the explosion. I said, okay, your coworker is hurt, but she's alive. And she's just like, she's okay. I'm like, she's hurt. And she sort of collapsed on the ground. So we had her come in and sit down. And then another one of her coworkers came up and we had her sit down. They were very much having panic attacks. So I waved the paramedics over and they brought in oxygen and had them settled. We gave them water and juice. And it was a rallying point, whereas all the paramedics and fire officials were up on the other streets rallying there to organize to fight the fire.
We have to get access to the building before we'll know the full scope. So we can see the outside of the building, and it's pretty clear that the west wall has been damaged extensively. The fire got up inside the cladding of the building. So we'll have to wait and see what the full impact was. Fortunately, it happened early in the morning and there was nobody on site. We teach our Master of Engineering programs in here. There's a lot of research being led out of this building on some really great technological advances in engineering. We're incredibly grateful that nobody was killed. We're a part of this community. We're a part of the Northern British Columbia community. So when people get hurt in incidents like this, our university community's heart goes out to them, their families, their friends, and we wish them, of course, nothing but the best.
We're also learning new information about the number of people that might have been injured yesterday, hearing from a local nonprofit uniting northern drug users that they treated at least 10 unhoused people that were in the area yesterday. We've also had confirmation the city worker that was injured yesterday is now in stable condition. But what we don't know is just how long it is going to take to clean up this massive amount of debris that is still left over. Michelle Ghoussoub, CBC News, Prince George.